Welcome back to a very exciting episode of Metalhead Reacts. This is probably the most excited I've been for an episode. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to what I do, I am a lover of all things rock and metal. I've been going through, discovering new bands for the first time. I find that that's a way you can sort of vicariously experience an album again for the first time is by watching someone else do it. And the first band I ever reacted to on this channel was Porcupine Tree. I reacted to their album In Absentia. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. The album is fantastic, and I've learned to really love what they're doing with their music. Steve Wilson, I want to say, main mastermind behind the band and lead singer, does a great job. And so I couldn't really wait. I needed to do another album of theirs, and I checked most of the comments to see what most of you guys sort of wanted for the next album after In Absentia, and it was going to be between Deadwing and Fear of a Blank Planet, and Deadwing won out by just a few more votes than Fear of a Blank Planet did, but I guarantee if I react to Porcupine Tree again in the near future, it is going to be Fear of a Blank Planet. Because I trust your guys' instincts for, what albums are the best to check out first when discovering a new band. So I trust you guys as the experts here. But I'm so excited because I loved In Absentia so much. It was a great album, and I still listen to it from time to time, and especially my favorite songs off of that album. For me, Blackest Eyes, Lips of Ashes, Creator has a master tape. Those are my favorite off of that album. And I'm hoping that today I will get to discover more great music from them. So thank you guys for sticking around this long. Thank you to all the Porcupine Tree fans who have followed me throughout the years and months that I've done this. And without further ado, I guess let's head into the album. I'm going to be listening to the first 3 songs off of this album today. So let's start it off with the first song, Deadwing. Subway train. That kind of scares me. Yep. God, the guitar, the drums, everything is so good already.
Through
Dude, they just, oh man, uh, they're already going full on, just so they know how to make songs. They produce them so well. Every working part in their music just flows so great. Even if it's like, at the beginning of this song, you're switching up so much of, the tones, the tempo, everything going on, but it still fits so well, and that's what makes them so good. And then Steve Wilson comes in with his vocals, and they're just, so good. And then he does the little, I need to listen more. That gritty guitar tone going. The drum fill. Did you know you're on closed circuit TV? Just smile with me. The harmonies there, the vocals were so beautiful. This is everything that I wanted and expected, and it is great. The way that they do those vocals, and they did it on In Absentia too. The specific part that I'm thinking about is in Blackest Eyes. It almost sounds like the harmonies that you hear from like Kansas, that just work so perfectly and in tune with the song, and they match the notes that are going on in the song so well. And I want to say that it's done post-production. Steve Wilson does all the vocal parts, perhaps. I could be wrong. Tell me if I am. But it just works so perfectly. And already we're 4 minutes into this song, and it's like I have listened to 5 separate songs already, and it feeds my ADHD mind so well. Let's keep going. Playing with the left and right audio channels is always fun. They know how to change up the tone on you real quick, the mood of the song. nice delay. They're so good at perfectly slowly adding layers little bit by little bit to where it's almost unnoticeable, and then it just hits you with it, and the payoff of listening is just so great. Ooh. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna let this play into the next one real quick. Yeah. Okay. I have a few things I want to say before we move on, but this song is already off to a great start. Deadwing, great start to an album. They might be one of the best bands out there that knows how to tell a story through its music. They're so good at changing up the mood of a song, even in just finding a balance between when to use acoustic guitar versus when to use electric guitar. And they're using such like subtle little like keyboard sounds and certain delay effects and certain little subtle things that just make that song that much better. And I'm gonna compare this a lot to In Absentia because that's kind of all I have to go off of as of right now. But that last song reminded me almost of a mixture between Blackest Eyes and Creator Has a Master Tape. And now they're getting into more of the nitty gritty of it with this song, and it's called Shallow, and we're going to continue real quick.
I don't remember. Did something in my past create a hole? Don't use your gender to try to stake right through my soul.
There we go. Nice little change up already. This is reminding me of like Royal Blood in a way, based off of the tone that they're using, the sort of rhythm that they're using. It sounds so good. It's coming off a little bit like this is the song they would choose off of the album in order to put on the radio kind of thing. Like this is a very short, nice, replayable song that they would put on there. So let's just keep going. Oh yeah, that song is definitely a good song, but it's one of those songs that's just a very straightforward kind of rock song where if you listen to it, you just kind of go, that's Porcupine Tree? Yeah, but still not a bad song. We're going to just continue into the next one, Lazarus, and that'll be the last one for this episode. Let's see. I knew they weren't going to be able to go very long without throwing a song like this in there.
As the chillest towers pass my window, I can see a washed out moon through the fog. And then a voice inside my head breaks the analog and says, follow me down to the valley below. You know, moonlight is bleeding from out of your soul. I survived against the will of my twisted folk. But in the deafness of my world, silence broke. It said, follow me down to the valley below. You know, moonlight is bleeding from out of
What
your
a
soul.
beautiful song. Oh my god.
Follow me down to the valley below. You know, moonlight is bleeding from out of your soul. My David, don't you worry. This cold is not for you. So rest your head upon me. I have strength to carry you. Those are the 20s rising.
God, his vocals are just so good.
Follow me down to the valley below. Follow me down. You know, moonlight is bleeding from out of your soul. Follow me down.
Especially right here, the vocals are so good.
Moonlight is bleeding from out of your soul. Come to us, Lazarus. It's time for you to go.
Some nice little train sounds to end out that song. Oh man, that song was just so easy to listen to. It was so pleasant on your ears. We are only 3 songs into this album, and every song has been so incredibly, radically different from each other, but in such a good way. They know how to find such a perfect balance in their songs and in their albums. And I know a lot of people talked about how each album has its own theme or story that it wants to tell. With In Absentia, it's sort of diving into the minds of serial killers, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm kind of trying to, as it goes on, dissect sort of what's going on in this album. But so far, I knew I was going to love this album because In Absentia was so great. I loved everything they did, and so I was like, they can only go up from here. So I'm really loving it, and I'm kind of excited to continue. But for right now, that's it for this episode. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing, staying this long. Thank you, Porcupine Tree fans, and I'll see you guys next time.